Travis Wayne Goodsell. Another morning. Back from the run. That one wore me out. I've got a couple of videos planned today. The big one is clues for Mormons that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is false. And I'm not going to speak a word. I'm going to let the Book of Mormon do the talking. And then the other one is, if Joseph Smith, then Brigham Young. And it's not what you think. So if I'm going to give you an example, if Joseph Smith is a translator, Brigham Young is a fraud. So that gives you a little clue as to how that one's going to go. But yeah, that's why the church is claiming what they're claiming, is so that they can maintain their legitimacy, their claim to authority, and they just don't have it. So pay attention to that one. That one's not as high a priority. The Four Mormons is going to be a big one for me, because I'm not going to be speaking, so I have to insert all sorts of clips and pictures and text. That's going to take some time. So this one though, let's call this the $1 trillion lawsuit against the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, because that's my request for relief, is everything. It's called some certain in the legal terms. And the reason why it's everything with a civil lawsuit is because I make the argument that because of the seriousness of the accusations against the church, that because this is not a criminal lawsuit, that therefore, in order to protect myself and receive the necessary damages caused to me by the church, and we're talking 46 counts that include war crimes, treason, RICO Act violations. And if you don't know what RICO is, that's your white-collar criminal organization crimes, and bigamy, as well as minor petty hate crimes and crimes against other people's religious observances. So 46 counts against the church. And because the church has been exposed of having had $100 billion from just the tithing investment alone. And the church came out and explained, this is what we do with all of the sources of income we have. We take some out and we invest in it. That's prudent and conservative and blah, blah, blah. And so just the Ensign Peak alone, with tithing, that they had taken out a little portion each year and invested in that particular investment company, was $100 billion. And then we find out from Business Insider, which became Market Insider after they posted it, announced that there was an additional portfolio of $40 billion with Ensign Peak Associates. And that's where we found out that the church invests in your Microsoft and Google and those companies. They listed all the investments. Oh, I mean, I did the video of it, and I made a video for you guys going over the video. I'm long, but 40 billion would explain it. And that's just one of their investment companies. Max Roth of Fox 13 News exposed over half a dozen, I think, around a half a dozen other investment companies that were linked to a combined investment of donations received of $32 billion, and then had invested that right into the stock market. I'm sure it's all legal and lawful, and that there's no money laundering whatsoever from, say, like Russia for announcing a temple in Russia. I'm sure it has nothing whatsoever to do with that whatsoever, even though that is the pattern and modus operandi of the Russian mafia, and anybody wanting to do business in Russia. So yes, the church has other investment companies. They have lots of different businesses of which they had been receiving income before coronavirus hit. And so I did the video the other day to call out to all non-Mormons, ex-Mormons, former Mormons, inactive Mormons, to get the word out, to spread the word, and hopefully those who are popular, who are getting the most attention, will pick this up also and spread it. That there's a $1 trillion lawsuit against the church, and I won. Do you not understand this? I won by default. You know, in baseball games, the other team doesn't have enough players, and so they lose by default. That's what happened here. The counsel for the church was 24 days late in filing their motion to dismiss. That's 24 days late. They had no excuse. They had no justifiable reason for filing late. That's an automatic default. There's supposed to be an entry of default put in, and the clerk refused to do it. And then the original judge, she's gone now. She was fired, and so she came her last day, and she refused to give the order. And so now they hired a brand new judge to replace her, and she's got experience as a federal defense attorney. A federal defense attorney! Is that not a sign that's clear and bold that they're trying everything to protect the church? We're giving you this brand new job so that you will protect the church. Otherwise, we will take this job from you. Oh my God. So yes, the $1 trillion lawsuit is won. I won. So please spread the word, and we'll put a stop to this nonsense. So like I said, prepare for the big video. Clues for Mormons that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is false. It's going to be earth-shaking. But if you've been watching my channel, you already know what's in it. So, nothing will be new for the regulars.